It's showtime.
OnlySlabs.
Hey there, comic book friends and fiends. Sorry, I took a week off. All of a sudden, I forgot what the hell to do. Now, I was actually on another screen trying to play with a new feature that YouTube's given us, but it's not quite working. So forget about that. But hey, it's Saturday. It's Slabber Day. We're back with OnlySlabs. My buddy back with me, riding in the sidecar once again. Chris, the comic vet. How the hell are you, sir?
I'm good.
No problems getting in and out.
The problem's getting out, but hey, we're
Really?
here. And,
America didn't want to let you go?
and how good do I look?
Yeah, it's amazing. Great shirt. By the way, you guys, the Comics Curing Cancer shirt's still available, as well as some of our other stuff that like, well, as long as we're talking about, this thing that we did while we were at Heroes Con, that art book. If you didn't get one yet, there's still some left available. The link pinned up above will take you to the Comics Curing Cancer main page. From there, you can also branch off to either the merch store or the books if you want to pick up any of those books. You see, I don't know if you saw this, but we are just shy of having raised $10,000 so far, thanks to the fabulous turnout at Heroes Con. It was great, but it's not about Heroes Con. That's a whole different thing. We could do a whole show on it, and maybe we will. But this is about OnlySlabs. That means we need to have a guest. And we got Sal's Comic Corner. How the hell are you, guy?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me on.
I'm happy to have you on here with us. We're going to go ahead and throw this message up to let people know if you're watching on the replay. You can look in the description. The top line will have the skip to. You can skip past this part because it's the part of the show where before we get into the slabs, we play Romper-Roo.
Romper bumper, stomper boo, tell me do. Magic mirror, tell me today, did all of my friends have fun at play?
Well, I hope so. And StreamYard is here. They're back to putting their own message there. So there you go. Hey, hi, 25 Perez through the mail. Christina Payne, check out our super guest, Sal's Corner. Got the link there.
Thank you, Christina. Thank you for that.
Thank you as well. Robert Monroe Jr., happy Slabber Day. How was Heroes Con? It's just simply the best. There is no con like it. TGIS, thank God it's Slabber Day. Absolutely. Let's see. Marty Alechko says, happy Slabber Day, everybody from Canada. And he drops that first super chat to say, let's get that ball rolling. Absolutely. Here you go, sir. This one is for you. All right, and let's see here. We got our where is shifted on me? Dang it. There we go. Hello, Slabber Day squad. Great to be in the same time zone to make it live. Greetings from Honolulu.
Oh,
Honolulu's not in the same time zone.
I wish I was in that time zone. Let me tell you right
now. They're in the same hemisphere.
Yes.
And it's in the same date, which is good.
Okay.
But they are 3 hours ahead of or behind me. So they're 6 hours behind you.
Okay.
Yeah. Used to suck for my brother when he used to live in Hawaii and have to work East Coast hours.
Ooh.
Yeah. Heroes for Hire. The job was dangerous when he took it. He knew it. Yeah. Heroes for Hire Comic Club says, hey, it's still 35 cents. Wayne Deacon, hello to the amazing superheroes, Rob and Chris. Thank you. Yes. We're not really, but we appreciate you nonetheless.
They are
okay. Chris says, don't put words in his mouth. He's a superhero. I'm just a schmuck. Hola, the Space Case Collectors. Hola, señor. ¿Qué pasa? Jean Malo says, good afternoon, everyone. It's slabbing time.
Slabbing time.
Brian Barrick, good afternoon, everyone. Slabba-dabba-doo.
Dabba-doo indeed.
Bad Spidey dropping it quick at that $14.99. Says, let's freaking go. And you got it, sir. Just for that, this one is for you.
Do you get free refills with that?
Classic.
I hope so. Well, Boar, happy Slapper Day morning, indeed, for those of us here, or afternoon if you're on the East Coast, or evening, I guess, if you're in the UK. 25 for say hello to you, but we'll say hello again. Mr. Comics 89, OnlySlabs most dedicated, reporting for duty from South Korea, where it's super early in the morning. Maria Lechko, Comic Camp Collectibles, yo, hello all, absolutely. Look at that, member for 20 months, Wellbore, thank you very much. I have comic issues. Hello, Slabbers. Who has issues? Well, I think we all have issues. My moms would tell me I had issues before I actually had issues. A couple of comics, comic slab from Comic Slab fans. Absolutely. Phil Aileen, hello. Austin LeMay, swinging by, say hello, gang. Man, did his cover sell out fast. Wow. Which, by the way, I should say real quick, Austin LeMay's cover art with his alternate, which is of course in the book, but on his alternate cover, is now available live on our merch store as a set of playing cards.
Ooh,
nice. So you can get a set of playing cards with Austin's art on the back of every single card.
I'm gonna check that out.
Let's see here. Cup Comics. Hello to Austin. Oh, I was doing this one. I almost skipped right over it. Woo. Yeah. Dr. Von Who's Comics for the Spiral Dimension drops 5 pounds. The boys are back. Yay. Cancer is still the worst. Ooh, indeed it is. This is for you. Oh, Wayne Deacon. I'm sorry. This thing's moving around on me. Wayne Deacon drops a 5-pound super chat, says, my mom has been diagnosed with cancer yesterday. Oh. Ooh. Sorry, well, buddy. That sucks. Man, I don't have a good clip to go with that, but here's a clip for you.
I bet she gives great helmets.
Kiss me. No.
On the bridge, sir. Knock on my door. Knock next time.
Knock.
Nick's Kicks and Comics. Ayo, what's up, everybody? It was great seeing Nick there. Let's see here. Boom. Bat Dan presents. Geez, Wayne, sorry to hear that, mate. Absolutely. I think we're all definitely everyone aggressive, relaxing. What's up, everybody? Marty, say hello, Marty Lechko again. Canadian Survivalist. Fantastic supers. Absolutely. Let's see who else we got to say hello to. The Adventurous Joe. Hey, Rob, Chris, Sal, chat. Happy Slabber Day. Busy cleaning, but watching. Excellent.
Thank you, Joe.
Nice. Cliff on Comics. Happy Slabber Day. It's great to see Cliff at Heroes Con. Let's see. Dagger Comic Cards. You missed a spot, Joe. Oh. Yeah, my entire house. Come on over, clean. JSS Brooklyn afternoon all. It was phenomenal meeting JSS Brooklyn. Super generous individual, great guy. He's been coming up on the show in the not too distant future. Actually, it's been phenomenal. Yep. Let's see here. Alan Cox, welcome, heroes. Well, thank you. Welcome to you, sir. Lone Eagle, howdy all. And let's say hello to DBS and Chill.
DBS and Chill.
We're a dedicated crew.
These are great.
Yeah. Brian Klotz, salute to the vet and the stash. Great to meet you guys at Heroes. Absolutely. Nice seeing you.
Yeah.
Let's see. Comic Web. Hello, OnlySlabs. Brian, I'll be seeing you tomorrow. Absolutely guaranteed. Book it, baby. Berkeley Comic Show. There's like, when it comes to comic book events, obviously Heroes Con tier 1. But as far as like small little comic show, the Berkeley Comic Con or Berkeley Comic Show, I should say, is legit. I mean, it's nothing but comics. There's zero pop culture stuff unless it's by accident. So phenomenal. Can't wait to see everybody out there. And when they usually do it on a Saturday, so when they have it on a Sunday, I'm like required by law. They passed a resolution in California that I have to attend on Sundays. Let's see here.
Newsome.
Anything to spur the economy. Set loose Rob's wallet. Let's see who else we got to say hello to. We haven't said hello to yet as I'm looking at the Collector P. Well, hello to you, sir. Thank you. I want to say, I think the Naked Gun will have so much good stuff. Oh, maybe. Could be. Yeah. New Naked Gun movie coming out.
Yeah.
I don't do well. Look at that. Lone Eagle, 26 months. Lost my mom to cancer 2 weeks ago.
Oh man. Sorry about
that bastard cancer kicking in the nuts. Let's see who else we got. Scroll through here to make sure we get everybody. Knucking Futz 1, which of course, Knucking Futz 2 and 3, assholes. Knucking Futz 1, downright proper dude. So glad to have you here with us. Brian LCS swinging on by. Super Cracker 1016 again. Super Cracker 1015 is a jerk. 1016, all right.
Yeah.
Let's see. Glad you could have the afternoon off to join us. Appreciate that. Jay Margulis, happy Slabber Day, folks. And a slappy Slabber Day to you. Wolverado, afternoon, folks. Just drop by to smash the thumbs up and F cancer, and I appreciate you for that. We all do. Cliff gives the best hugs, confirmed. He does. His hugs go deep. That is true. Let's see. Space Case Collectibles. I have to go. I'm close.
Good. The Berkeley Show.
Oh, the Berkeley Show. I thought, somehow my mind went somewhere else. Chris Bell. Hola. Mad Spidey testing the new feature. 1 out of 10. Okay, so I don't know if I guess maybe it went live. It didn't work. Okay. Well,
I am counting what we're talking about.
Yeah. So what there was a new feature that was supposed to let me share a goal to set a certain number of super chats or something of a certain dollar amount within a certain amount of time, and then we would do something if we did. Is it listed there?
On it right now, it does say still 0, but we have 5 super chats received.
All right.
Already.
Anyways, so the goal was set. What I was trying to set was if we have 10 super chats of approximately $5 or more during the first 30 minutes of the show, that we would do an extra set of pools during the mid break. That's what I was setting. It wasn't really sharing. It doesn't look like so. Every time I clicked share, it wouldn't. Aaron James, old watcher, new chatter. I like that. That's like the version of the long time listener, first time caller. I like that.
Long time, first time. As
a radio guy, I can appreciate that. Let's see here. What else we've got to say hello to? Oh, look at this. I'm here for Sal. I'm kind of Will jested.
All right.
That's my best pronunciation. I'm here for Sal. Every day I wake up and I look in the mirror and wish to be him. Lucky
I might know
God.
this guy. I think I know this guy.
Yeah, I'm guessing he knows you. Otherwise, you've got a fan.
I've got a fan. Yep. And I see his name popped up in the chat. I know exactly who it is. And let me just tell you, folks, right now, it's the quite opposite. I wish to be him. That he is the man. Okay.
Phenomenal. Comic Avalon, happy Slabber Day, everyone. Vogs swinging on by, say hello. I gotta kick this up into top gear here. Let's see who else we got to say hello to. Oh, it looks like I'm at the end of the chat here, and no, that's not true. The people have lives and things come up, and not everybody can make it. There are logistics and budgets involved.
Yeah,
we absolutely get that. All right. I think I said hello to everybody. The chat jumped around a few times. So if I missed anybody, I deeply apologize. But it is that time where we get into the show. We need to introduce our guest. We need to sit there and say, Sal, let's first of all, let's make you big. And that means we have to put you there. And we'll move us over here. No, I want to move us over here. Yeah, that's what I want to do. But we got one last super chat here before we go. Stephen C says, F cancer for extra pools. Sign me up. Nice. Well, I hope so. And this one's for you, sir.
You know, I'm very conflicted about how I'm supposed to feel watching this.
All right. So, Sal, that it's time to talk about your comic book origin story. The Cliff Notes version here for us. So that time that you were walking down the back alley, found a spaceship crashed, and a ring chose you and imbued you with great collecting powers. Tell us about that.
All right. So one of the first book I will show off was the actual book that got me reading comics, and it got me introduced to the X-Men, the whole 9 yards. It was amazing. And my buddy had a copy of this book, and every time I was at his house, I would read this book. So I probably could tell you the book, word for word, page for page, the whole 9 yards on it. But I didn't start actually buying my own comics until the late 80s. And then from there, of course, then, being in my younger days, no responsibilities, all the money, it was collect as much as I possibly can, that type of thing. And I just started going off the rails with all the characters: Superman, Batman, GL, Venom. It was amazing. I think it was up to like 45 titles a month that I was collecting when I was younger. It was insane. And now I'm at like 16,000 books in my total collection, and I am a variant person. I love variant books. The more variants, the better.
Nice. I had that book for a while too. Cliff, we're only in most of the time this show is only in 720p because it allows everybody better bandwidth control when we're streaming. Sorry. All right, great. Well, Sal, like Christina says, we appreciate you being with us today, but it is a show about sharing our comics and showing them off. So before everybody riots, why don't you give us a glimpse of that first book that you got?
It's right down here. Okay, so first book in that I want to show off. This is X-Men number 133. This is the breakout book for Wolverine. This is the book I read at my buddy's house, like every time I was at his house. So this is the one I could repeat verbatim. I love this book. Everything about this book was awesome, and I sadly that copy's probably lost to the wind. And I eventually got a copy for myself, got it graded. I think it was like a 9.2. And then I, of course, got to meet Chris Claremont at Baltimore Comic Con and got him to sign this one. And so it was just amazing. Talking to him was also amazing about this too. So it was great. And I asked him about the banter between Wolverine and Nightcrawler, and he told me that, that stuff just like came out of him like a waterfall. It was easy to write those two bantering. That it was fun for him to do and everything like that. So that's my first book. It's 8.5, signed by Chris Claremont. I don't even care about the grade or the value. It's just a amazing book. So
8.5 is a very respectable book for a book that's of that era where people read it.
That's true. That's true. That's very true. So this is the book that got me into everything. This is one right here. And if you remember that storyline, the Dark Phoenix storyline, there was a henchman in there named Sal.
Henchman, you say?
Yes, henchman. His name was Sal, and the White Queen was surprised that Salvatore's team was able to bring in the X-Men because they're all playing possum in the car, because Dark Phoenix was, altering their perception. And she's like, I'm surprised Salvatore the team was able to bring them in. I'm like, yeah, man, because Salvatore's awesome. That's why. Not the fact that he's being run like a puppet by the Phoenix right now, but that's okay. We're not going to go into that.
Shout out to Brian Klotz dropping that $4.99 super chat. Big props for amazing books at Heroes Con, Comics Curing Cancer booth, and getting me a shirt to wear for my future cons. Absolutely. Let's see here. This one is for you, sir.
That beautiful bean footage.
Nice.
All right.
All right. So next book on my list. This is another must-have and a must-read. This is the Green Lantern Green Arrow number 76, the hard traveling heroes storyline. This is an amazing storyline. If you've never read this storyline, it's a must. Put it on your list and read this. Read it digitally if you have to. I don't care. This was a great storyline. Talked about really down to earth issues and stuff like that, and it was amazing. So this is a great book and a must-have key in my collection. So
excellent.
Love that. All right. Let's pull out a 1.8, shall we? Let's go with a 1.8.
Low grade's better than no grade, baby. And here we go. Look at that. Yeah. Slow down.
All right. Amazing Spider-Man number 42, Birth of a Superhero.
This one of those books that's like, this is a huge key for Spider fans, but
get that
a crap cover.
Yeah, I know. But a huge key.
It's like it's a major key, but nothing to do with the cover whatsoever.
No.
Sal, I will defer to my my good friend up above me here to help break down why exactly that book is.
Sal, before you move on to your next book, there is a very large ASM fan base, and we actually don't get 52 on the show that much. We get 42. We do get 41 a lot. But would you mind reading us what's on the right side of that blue label, my man?
No problem. If I can read this right, Mary Jane Watson for my eyes are old. Hang on one second, and I dim my lights so I can't see anything. Mary Jane Watson's face revealed for the first time in a cameo on the last page. Second appearance of the Rhino.
Yeah. So this is the first time after multiple faceless cameos. This is the first time we get Mary Jane Watson. It's fun that they recognize that it's a cameo because it's the exact same type of reveal that you got with Wolverine in Hulk 180. We get ourselves a first full facial view. I should be careful with that one of Mary Jane, and of course she's uttering those fabulous words. Face it, Tiger, you just hit the jackpot.
Classic.
Phenomenal.
And
love that book.
Why aren't they together? Oh yeah, thanks.
Morons. That's why.
Morons. I tell you, morons. All right, let's go back to 1980. Let's do a little sensational She-Hulk.
Nice.
Very nice.
There we go. Oh, that was pretty good.
Well, hold on. We don't just flip fast here in 10 seconds.
All right, my bad.
Especially on major keys that introduce first appearances and everything else. Go ahead and hit them with this. What we got?
Right. So we got an origin and first appearance of She-Hulk, Jennifer Walters, and the origin of the Hulk retold.
Yeah. Now this book, of course, down significantly from its peaks leading into the show. The show did it no favors, but the reality of the situation is actually just come back down to about where it was beforehand. But this of course big introduction when they introduced She-Hulk, and very affordable book. I venture to guess, Chris, without looking it up, I'm gonna guess. Last time I looked, it was around $100 for a 9.0 roughly. So super affordable book in for a Bronze Age key.
Yep, absolutely. All right, let's go ahead and jump to the next one.
Aaron James stopping by. Hello, Slabbers. Don Kelly. Nice, better condition in mind. Excellent.
Oh, Dan Kelly, my buddy Dan Kelly from the Codex station.
Excellent.
Yeah,
She-Hulk definitely deserves more love. Of course, she goes out and gets all the love she wants in the pages of the book. No, say "oh." Make sure there's no H in front of that because she'll smash you.
All right.
There's some smashing going on in those pages, Rob.
Yeah. When she smashes, she smashes.
That's true. Wow. All right.
Welcome to the show, folks.
Welcome to the show. All right, next one up. This is not a late night after dark one, right? I mean, I'm just trying to see.
No, it's we just dance around stuff. A lot of innuendo and stuff. I mean, hell, the show is only slabs for all,
Yeah, that's right. Well, let's go on to the next book then. We got Amazing Spider-Man #1 variant 9.8. This one came out in 2014. But I love this color. So this color is great. He's throwing off the clothes, pulling the mask on, and going off into action. So this one actually has the first appearance of Clayton Cole, who became Clash, and this is the first appearance of Cindy Moon that later became Silk in a cameo.
Okay, so volume 3. Got it. Yeah.
Yep.
So this is Peter's return to the role of Spider-Man after having been away and just dead.
Right. So the cover's by Jerome Opeña. So
I have not. I've seen a lot of these variants for this book, and I haven't seen this one. I honestly don't think.
I am still getting bad glare there. Jeez,
it'll happen. Well, so you can also try. Sometimes you can try just tilting it back a little bit too, if you tilt the, because then that doesn't really. But it's all good.
All right. In my opinion, that volume where Slott was still at the helm with that issue #1, that particular release had the most ASM variants in the history of Marvel Comics, still to this day. When it comes to Spider-Man variants, that one, they just went absolute crazy with it. Every convention had their own exclusive. Every artist's .com website, they had exclusives. And then there was the ratios on top of it all. And then on top of all of that, then they started doing the non-colored and then just the pencil sketch variants as well. They went crazy with this release for ASM.
They had to make up for the fact that they only did like 15 issues in the run before they reset the volume again.
we did get Silk out of this volume. Yeah. Probably
there are two great things. No, there were two positives. Sure. One, we got Silk, and two, we got Peter back.
Right.
Not that Doc Ock was bad as Spider-Man.
I actually like that story.
Yeah, the Superior Spider-Man.
It aged
Superior Spider-Man was, but I mean, but still, get Peter back. Now, they didn't screw things up. No. Watching another She-Hulk Rhea Ripley wrestle. Papa is, of course, watching. Papa, it's nice of you to throw us on the computer monitor while at the same time I know you're watching the WWE product. Thank you so much for the super chat, sir.
Thank you.
This one is for you.
That's the first time I ever asked for anything I really wanted.
Just for those people at home who might be joining us for the first time, just to let you know, 100% of the channel revenue on this channel goes to benefit comics curing cancer. All that's the ads, the memberships, the merch, the super chats, etc. So with all these contributions, they go to help us in our battle against cancer. Comics Curing Cancer, an official campaign of the American Cancer Society that I help to organize and run. And so we really appreciate all of those of you guys making those super chats and all the channel members, which we'll recognize later on. All right, Sal, back to you, sir.
All right, one more thing about this one before we jump to the next one. I love action sequences like this on a book. To me, these make comic art like, masterpieces. This is like classic Spider-Man to me. This is like, him coming off the roof, he's going into his clothes, going into action, and that's why I love books like this.
wonder how many sets of clothes he goes through that he just loses, forgets
He
where
loses or whatever.
he forgets where he puts them, or any number of other things.
That's why he's
Or
so
it's away
bored.
for more than 2 hours from his clothes and he's went to the wall. Some homeless person.
Just like that, bam! Here's another one. $7.99 Australian dollar super chat. 2 more, you say?
There we
Thank you
go.
very much. Let's see, Mad Spidey.
Thank you, Mad
Where am I
Spidey.
at on this one? Where am I on this one? Oh, we're back around the top for you.
Love that movie.
Oops,
Love it.
I hit the wrong thing. Sorry. Well, anyways, I'm trying to. Oh my, God bless America. I've been away for 1 week, and all of a sudden I don't know how to run StreamYard anymore. Rookie. Sorry.
No worries. It's all
Back
good.
to you, Sal.
Yeah, I'm just back in from a short mini vacation, so I'm kind of discombobulated as well.
We better hurry.
All right.
Super
All right,
chat's
so-
rolling.
Let's go a little old school from back from 1966, shall we? With
Ooh.
X-Men number 16. This
Oh,
is the
Nice.
third appearance of the Sentinels.
Nice.
I always enjoyed that trade dress when they started putting Angel above men in X-Men.
Yep.
I always enjoyed that little trade dress they had for that block of time. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I love that too. I also like it when they incorporate the title into the action of the cover. I like when the Hulk is like bursting out of the page and you can see the titles being broken out. That's awesome too. Hey, Cat Fan.
Yeah. All right. So let's recognize Marty Lechko dropped another $2 super chat. This
Hey.
one's for the OB
Jersey.
jersey.
Yeah, baby.
Oh,
If there's something
nice.
I love more than comics, it's hockey. And man, I love my Caps.
All right.
You know?
This one is for you, Marty. And then bam, Cliff drops a $5 super chat. This should be number 10.
All right.
Let's see here. I'm going to get you this rolling for one for you here, sir.
Bet she gives great helmet.
Kiss me. No, no. Lord help me, Black! You're needed on the bridge, sir. Knock on my door. Knock next time.
Awesome, guys. We appreciate that. We hit the goal. And so we will definitely be at the midpoint here. We will do a second set of pulls during the break there. Dagger, appreciate you here. This is for his former defense partner, John Erskine.
Erskine, yep.
I got it.
Former, NHL player.
Nice. All right. One
Yeah,
last
John
one, then we're
Erskine.
going to come back to you, Sal. I got to give everybody their chats. Otherwise,
Do
you
it.
know.
That beautiful bean footage.
Nice.
All right. Let's see here.
What was your goal for that? What was the goal? The money amount?
It was to
of that?
get 10 chats of $5 or more. Yeah. So that was good. Thank you guys. We appreciate that. All right. So we did that here. Chris Bell says the chat's on your telly. I'm not sure how we don't have the chat. I didn't even have the, I mean, I can
Rob, when you watch a live stream like this just on your television at home, it automatically populates the chat anyway. YouTube television will populate the chat basically where Ovi's jersey.
I've never noticed that because I watch it through the Roku app,
Right.
and the Roku app doesn't put the chat on the screen at all.
Right.
So I always have to have my phone open while I'm watching TV, which sucks.
Right.
But that's interesting. Okay. I didn't realize that. All right. Fair enough. Well, you know what I can do then? I can always do this where we can do that. Then the chat's just gonna be over us, I suppose.
I do want to recognize that Space Case Collectibles dropped the $2 super sticker. So thank you for that.
Yeah, we hit it. That's what that last one was for.
Last one was for Dagger and Marty and Clint.
All right, let's get back on to some slabs, guys. Thank you very much. We got to get the show moving here. I appreciate you.
All right,
lead on.
All right.
I like it.
Well, so let's go with another classic cover from '86, Captain America Annual number 8.
Great Mike Zeck cover. Classic Mike Zeck cover, let's be honest.
Yeah. Yep, yes indeed. So that's awesome. I don't think we need to do any of the chats here with this. First appearance of Overrider and Test 1. There's also a Wolverine appearance, believe it or not. As you couldn't tell. All right. Let's go to the next slab in the mix. Ooh, this one's a nice one. I picked
Chris,
this
thanks
book
for
out.
mentioning that.
They are
Sorry.
just randomized in a long box or a short box, I should say, to what they are. So we're going to jump around again to 2021, Amazing Spider-Man number 55. Boom.
Oh,
this is
yeah.
the 1 in
This is a big book, yeah.
Oh my.
The 1 in 25 second print.
Oh, 1 in 25? I thought it was 1 in 50. Am I wrong?
1 in 50, yeah.
Was it a 1 in 50?
The 1 in 50 second printing ratio, yeah.
I have it. I just couldn't remember what it was.
Right.
But,
So
you don't usually get that big of a ratio on a second printing, but
as Rob and I like to sometimes agree, this cover was the only good thing that came out of this entire volume.
Yeah. Yes.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Just saying.
Yeah,
if
that's
there's a
Patrick Gleason cover.
Fan club. I'm not on it. You know?
Yeah, it's a Patrick Gleason.
Yes.
And,
It's actually the cover that launched all the webhead covers, that a whole variety of them that persisted for quite some time. The interesting thing was on that book was the first print. People thought it was scarce initially because there was just a delay with the print with the shipments.
Right.
So only some of the comic shops got it. People went into a frenzy. All of a sudden, there was a rush to get second printing. So all of a sudden, the second printing orders went crazy, and they put out this ratio with it. And then the third printing, but by then, people had the first prints. The shipments got out there. It's not a rare book at all, but it's a great cover nonetheless. So.
Okay. All right. Let's go back. Let's go dial the Wayback Machine again and go back to 1968, a year before I was born. Ready for this one? Boom. Amazing Spider-Man number 64.
Yes.
Nice. Sub 100 ASM. Love it.
I always enjoyed these covers, whether it was Ditko or Ramita. Whenever Spider-Man is taking on the Vulture, he is literally like 20,000 feet up in the air. Like he's like 2 skyscrapers above the entire skyline of New York City every time they're fighting. Yeah, they're always great covers.
They are. But that seems to be the Vulture's MO. As soon as he gets webbed, he just goes straight up. It's just like
might as well. I mean, I can fly, you can't.
Yeah. Yep.
What's interesting is, Vulture's not, he doesn't get a lot of love as a villain, but he made more appearances there in the beginning run there than, look, he made 2 appearances in the first 10 issues, let alone, in the first 100 issues. I don't know that any villain made more appearances than the Vulture in the first 100 issues.
Right.
It's got to be real close between him and maybe Lizard, but
him and the Goblin. Yeah.
Right. So we've done a lot of Marvel. We've done a lot of Marvel here. Let's jump.
Absolutely.
DC. Let's
people like we've got rumors of people like DC.
Yeah, let's do a little Swamp Thing action number 9.
Yes. There's always room for Swamp Thing on this show, and a 9.6, good for you.
Yep,
if I'm correct, Sal, please correct me if I'm wrong, but this is the last Wrightson Swamp Thing cover, right?
That is correct. That is correct.
Gorgeous.
So, a little fun story with this is, I'm on another podcast called The Codex Station. One of our buddies on there, he is the uncle that everybody would love to have. His name is Uncle Gary, and he has over 60,000 books in his collection. He personally owns like 13 copies of this book because this is his favorite. We were at Big Lick Comic Con, which was in Dulles one time, and he said, "Hey, I got to know a vendor that has that Swamp Thing. Do you still want to get that book?" I'm like, "Oh hell yes, I want to get that book." So we went over there and I picked up this book, and it was a good deal. I think I paid less than $40 for it, and then I'm like, I immediately sent it off to be slabbed, and it was 9.6. So
wow,
nice.
Wow. Now, Sal, did you have this book cleaned and pressed before you sent it away?
I did.
Okay.
If you want to get some more history from me, I've done some slabbings, or I sent off to CGC where it was roll the dice. One of my videos, I sent off like 30 books, roll the dice situation. I get what I get, and a lot of them came back kind of bad. And I was like, okay, from now on, I'm sending everything to a pressing guy who I use, who's not too far away from me. So, and he submits the books for me, and Bob's your uncle. You know.
There you go.
All right, one more book, and we're at like a halfway type of point, because that
perfect.
I think that will make 12. This one's a good one. This one's a good one, and this is one of my favorites. This is one of my favorites. It's 1975, Amazing Spider-Man #1.
Oh God, Peter hit me!
Yeah.
Ow!
141. Dual sign, Stan Lee, John Romita.
And the important John Romita.
Yep, John Romita. Sorry. Yep.
Yeah. And the great cover too. I mean, the Spider-Man coming at you, stuff coming down to Stan Lee, and
it's not even really that much of a key book. It's not.
No, but it's a great cover, and to get Romita and Stan Lee on a book, for me, that's Spider-Man.
At 2 different times now. I got Stan Lee to sign this one in 2016, and then Romita signed this in 2018. Never lost a great value.
Nice,
awesome.
Yeah. So this is one of my prize collections. All right, so that's 12.
Beautiful. No, we're good. That's a halfway point. We'll pause right there because we will do our thing. First and foremost, I will want to thank everybody so far for all the beautiful super chats. You guys threw them out there. We hit the goal. We will do 2 sets of pools. So 2 different winners during the halfway mark, and we'll still do another set of winners at the end here in just a second here. I want to remind everybody, of course, the link pinned above takes you to Comics Curing Cancer. You can pick up that C3 art book. If you scroll down, there's a link right to it on that page. The C3 art book with art from a great set of artists, with 100% of the sale price going to support Comics Curing Cancer. You can also, of course, get yourself pre-order that the Crow Dead Time Sumerian, the exclusive that was generated by Ace Continuato for Comics Curing Cancer, donated by Big Time Collectibles, and of course a link to the merch shop. It's got all the C3 merch going on there. All right, enough of that stuff. Let's thank you to the Goon Squad. Yes, actually turn that off for a second.
I love a good Goon Squad.
The channel members here on this channel, we have the Henchmen and the Goon Squad. We'll recognize both of them throughout the show. The Goon Squad members at the higher tier that are supporting monthly the Comics Curing Cancer. We appreciate each and every one of you guys. Dale of Suspense, DJ Links, Dr. Von Hoot, Comics from the Spiral Dimensions, the Legion of Comics, Stephen C., Justin Birch, the Comic Vet, Austin LeMay, Mad Spidey, Collecting with Durs, Chuck Hensey, Lone Eagle, Comiverse, Deadman, Anachronic Comics, Colossus Collector, Timo Hanna, still only 35 cents, Cliff on Comics, Bearded Comic Bro, never could figure it out, Daymares, The Adventurous, Joe Valenrook, Jay Knows the Way, Ronnie Johnston, Comics on the Edge, Omnibo, now showing up and displaying as Blank, but formerly known as 1063 Comics, Silver Eagles, Sal's Comics Corner, and the Kingdom of Nerds. Thank you guys all so much. Let's throw this up here. Bam. Here it is. Collect for you. Collect for you guys. That's what we got. Let's see here. Thank you very much. Appreciate. Well, that's going. Everyone's putting that in there. That hashtag collect for you. We'll be doing. You get 6 pulls. The winner will get 6 pulls from the giveaway bin. We ship internationally. Doesn't matter where. So, and go ahead and enter away. While you're doing that, real quick, let me go ahead and hit a little super chat video for our man Brian Comic Web. I'm looking forward, sir. All right. Well, everybody's entering that in there. Sal, what's coming up over there on Sal's Comics Corner? What's coming up for you?
Okay, so for my channel, I mostly do like mail calls and stuff like that and unboxings whenever I send off the CGC. I have not had a chance to do one lately, just due to budget. I haven't had stuff come in, but I am on another podcast called the Codex Station. Definitely going to check this out. This is a great group of people. We do 3 live shows a week. We have a regular podcast, which is just comic book news and good stuff coming up with comics. They also do a book review. We have like right or wrong statements. We got Variant Insanity, which is my favorite. And the weeks that I'm actually on the podcast part, I do a which one is slabbed. So I take a picture of 3 books and I say, hey, which one of these is slabbed? And you have to guess, participate, and jump in and say which one, and try to guess which one is slabbed. Thursday nights is a great night because that's one of my favorite shows. It's called Comic Character of the Week. And we take one character, we give you a deep dive on that character, give you everything you want to know about them, must reads, badass moments, top covers, the whole 9 yards. It's a great show. And then, of course, Saturday night is our Comics Unleashed, late night, 11 p.m. And that, we talk about our weekly pools, any back issues we got, and just random stuff we talk about with comics. So that's what I'm doing 3 nights a week.
Phenomenal. Chris, how about yourself?
I just want to spotlight friend of our channel, Dagger Cards, is running in the Million Reasons to Run to support his local children's hospital. If you're interested in helping out our friend Dagger, swing over to that website and make a donation. Myself, as some people may know, I've dropped a day in the life, a 4-part series of my venture to Heroes Con. If you want to take a look at the sights and the sounds and some of the people and the vendors and items that I picked up and spent a whole lot of money on, check that out. More importantly, Wednesday is Show Us What You Got, the live New Comic Book Day Hangout. It goes live at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on my channel, where we're going to be spotlighting all the books that we picked up for New Comic Book Day and some books that we picked up for our PC that weren't necessarily released. And this Wednesday is a channel member giveaway night. We're going to be giving away a slab and some other spectacular books, including the Heroes Con exclusive from Jenny Frizen, signed by Jenny Frizen. Thank you, Rob.
Nice. Looks like Cliff did a little research for ourselves. Doc Ock seems to have the most appearances in the first 100 issues.
Oh.
That's totally fair. And I, as a Doc Ock fan, I will appreciate that. And I saw Gene had asked a question in the chat. He asked, I lost his, here we go. Am I doing 2 extra pulls? No. So no, it's not 2 extra pulls. There'll still be 6 book pull, but I'm doing an extra set of pools. So we'll have 2 winners instead of 1 winner. So that's what's going to happen here. Matter of fact, let's stop chatting about it and let's just do it, shall we? In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wheel of Fish. Our first winner of pools from the box here is going to be boom, Crimson Terror 85. Congratulations. Crimson Terror 85. I know I have sent you stuff, but I cannot remember your real name to be able to find your shipping information. So just ping me on Instagram to remind me who you are. And let me know if your ship to address has changed. All right. So Sal.
Yeah.
We're pulling 6 books here. You give me a number 1 through 10 from the front, 1 through 10 from the back, or we just do back to front action. Tell me where to stop.
All right, from the front, go 7 in.
7 in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Got it. Okay, next.
From the back, can you do number 12? That's my other lucky number.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I know you said 1 through 10, but I like breaking the rules.
9, 10, 11. Okay.
All right,
Just
then let's go
back to front.
Back to front. Stop.
Front, back, both.
Both.
Good answer. All right. 2 more books.
2 more books. And stop.
Front, back, both.
Oh.
Perfect. I like it. All right.
Watch your back, Rob.
I'm trying to do this a little bit faster here, so that way we can. Since we're doing 12.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. All right.
Speed up
You know,
the
I'm
books
just
too.
gonna go. I'm not even gonna organize them. I'm just gonna go. Let's just go, baby.
Wow.
First up, we got ourselves Secret Avengers. This is Agent Venom joins the Secret Avengers.
Yes. One of my favorite characters.
It was a good volume.
Yeah.
We got Battlestar Galactica issue number 1.
Great Scott!
By your command.
I don't know why we're giving away Battlestar Galactica.
How about some Daredevil 236? That
Nice.
nice little anniversary border.
Yeah, love those.
We've got Green Lantern issue number 50, First
that's
Parallax,
Yeah.
Death of Sinestro, Death of Kilowog, and Kyle Rayner becomes the Green Lantern. And of course, this is that nice glow-in-the-dark cover as well, because gimmicks rule, baby.
I know. I love glow-in-the-dark covers.
I'm not sure which one of these is the one to make Chris go cringy first, but let's just go with this one. We'll go with Spider-Woman 1. First
Nice.
appearance, or not first appearance, sorry. This is debut of a new costume and
Yeah.
origin of Spider-Woman.
There we go. Man, I had some great picks today.
Why? Like, why are we giving that? That's something you put in a mystery box. Why are we giving it away?
Because we're also giving away Champions number 1.
Sorry, Chris.
Who is this Crimson Terror guy? Like, surprise, it's me. All these books are coming to me.
Congratulations. Great. Oh yeah, the
congratulations.
Green Lantern was also a newsstand. Did I
Yes,
miss
it
it?
was.
Yeah, it was. Holy cow, look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which for that era, that means
was-
something.
That's a little rare.
Holy cow. The stuff I give away. All right. Congratulations to Crimson Terror. Let's
Nice.
add this back to the stage now. And we are going to draw again for our second winner. Is this guy. Boom. 25 Perez through the mail. Congratulations. All right. Chris,
All right. Watch your back now, Rod.
let's
All right,
do it. Do
let's-
it, baby.
Let's go 3 from the front, 3 from the back.
3.
I'm glad people
3. Got it.
enjoy my misery. All right, let's let it ride. Stop. And those 2 books your finger splits. Stop. And those 2 books your finger splits. Yeah, put that box away.
Uh-huh. 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 All right, cool. I like it. All right, first up, ladies and gentlemen, we got ourselves a nice Batman book there. We got the Joker going mad on everybody. Batman 451.
I'm so old I can remember the day that was released.
We have ourselves Incredible Hulk Future Imperfect first cover of Maestro.
Nice. Now that's
Yeah,
a great
that's a nice
giveaway.
book. That's nice.
Yep.
I like that.
One of Peter David's best books.
Batman New 52 issue number 3, the first cameo of the Court of Owls.
Nice.
Great cover by Capullo. Great cover.
Yeah.
We've got Long Shot issue number 3, the first appearance of Mojo.
Really?
Avengers 257, first Nebula.
Very cool. I like that.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't be a great giveaway without a Silver Age book. So here we go. Submariner issue number 10, the first appearance of Carthon and the origin of the Serpent Crown. Holy cow!
Nice.
Congratulations to you. Get those books on out.
Joe, just so you know, we're still going to do it one more time. So you need to pay attention.
Yeah, we're doing another giveaway still at the end.
And I got some great books, more great books to show off here, man.
Right.
Come on.
Yeah. All right. Let's rock and roll. Chris, take it away for a second while I label these stacks so I don't forget who they go to.
All right, Sal, my man, let's rock and roll.
All right. Let's do an original, shall we? Something that's unique, something that's only for me. And this is from my buddy, Dan Kelly. He did a personal Transformer sketch for me. Not only is it on the front, but it's on the back as well. Two of my favorite Transformers, Sideswipe and Sunstreaker, the brother Lamborghinis.
That's awesome. So I'm going to get you to bring it just a little bit more forward so we can appreciate this original work. Yeah, that is awesome. Awesome work.
He's on Instagram under Dan Kelly Art. So check him out. He does some great stuff, and he'll submit it for you. Get you the nice fat yellow label, and it is some good stuff.
That is awesome.
Let me lean back a little bit. If you can see back there, he did a Green Lantern for me where he's materializing a big boxing glove. Very cool. So, yeah, that's a great book. I'll put you over here. Let's just move that stack a little bit there, and we'll put that there.
This is true, Sal. Nuckingfuts1 just said, dude, that legit looks like published. That's very true. It looks like it's just a blank white cover that they were doing as the multiple later printings. Yeah,
right.
That's a
also,
great
I got a Spider-Man one back there as well that he also did. If we have time, I'll pull it down and give you a close-up of that. Nice. All right, so let's shoot around a little bit here. We're going to stick with DC for right now. And this one came out in 93. Reign of the Superman, number 22. Man of Steel. Superman, Man of Steel, number 22. Not only is this dual signed, but I've got John Bogdanove sketch.
Nice little remark. Dark Side.
JB, nice.
No, this is Steel.
Oh, is this a Steel? Well, no, is that a Steel remark?
Yeah, it's a Steel remark.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I get.
I'm not close enough for you. There you go. But there you go.
Well, it looked a little Dark Side-esque.
Right. It does. It can.
But then again, everybody knows I'm not really a Superman guy. So what do I know?
I love the Steel character. But this is dual signed John Bogdanove and Louise Simonson. And this is at Baltimore Comic Con where we got the Chris Claremont signings. So my buddy Dan, he goes, hey, while you're in line here, I'll go stand in John Bogdanove's line and I'll get him to sign this. Thing about John Bogdanove, if you asked him to do a sketch, he did it for you right there. So his line could be 45 minutes or it could be 5 minutes, that type of thing.
Hit and miss. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Hit or miss. And of course, Chris Claremont's line was long. And but I got through Chris Claremont before he got my book signed. And I go over there and I talk to him. I say, hey, where are you at? And he's like, oh, he's doing a sketch. He's almost done. I'm like, okay. He goes, Louise Simonson's table is open. And I said, what? Give me the book. And I ran over to Louise Simonson, got her to sign it. And she goes, John's right around the corner from me. I go, yeah, my buddy's in line for me right now. And she's like, take the book, go, go, go. So she ran off. I ran off and got it signed by, him as well. And then I circled back to her and thanked her for, being a, big fan of her stuff. And I thanked her for doing it. But yeah, so it's a dual signed. Loved it. That's a great book.
Remember, everyone, just remember, Louise Simonson is the reason why Superman died. I'm just going to put that out there. Yeah, she's the one that wanted to kill him. It was her idea.
It was her idea.
There's been worse ideas in comics. Mary Jane.
Saga. So the fun thing about this one was I had purchased this about a week and a half before Baltimore Comic Con. It was unsigned. It was a 9.2. Got these signed, got it shipped off, came back still at a 9.2. I love it when I don't lose any grade value when I'm handling books.
Doesn't matter.
All right.
He got better. Let's just be honest.
All right. So let's go ahead and stick with DC since we love DC so much. 2008, Superman 675. Signed by Alex Ross.
The master.
That is nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hello, nurse.
So, yep, 675. CBCS was still doing the red label for signature verifications back then. I could have resent it back in for their yellow label, but I'm like, why? It matches.
It does. Yeah, it does kind of go with that one. I think that's one where I would say, okay.
I'm not sending that back in. Alex Ross, you say?
Jean Below asked the question, why a red label? Yeah, so and you kind of answered that before beforehand when they were doing. That's how they distinguished verified versus witnessed. Witnessed were yellow labels, verified were red labels, and then later on they abandoned it because people didn't like the red labels and they went to yellow for both. And now it just says you have to look at the text as to whether it says witnessed or verified.
That's correct.
So
don't think you
there
can
you go.
see that.
But it,
Sorry.
it does,
By all means, this is part of the reason why we do the show, is to answer questions and educate as well. So thank you very much for the question, Gene.
Yeah.
John.
Oh, what? Mad Spice says he's not sure about that statement. What's up with that?
Oh, your thing. Because we all love DC. He's a Marvel only guy. And when I say Marvel only,
yeah.
I mean it.
Oh, okay. I'm mostly Marvel, but I got DC in here. But we're I digress. We're getting back to Alex Ross. Come on,
There you go.
The Timeless Heroes variant or Villains variants.
The Venom himself.
Yes, indeed. Gotta love that. Gotta love that.
Are we sure?
Sorry, what's up?
Let it marinate for a second here.
Let's marinate this one, yeah.
But what's interesting is I almost got the white rectangle on the back of his hand, which is the way it's placed on for a second. I was like, what the hell happened with the color there for a second? And I had to process it to analyze it. But yeah, these negative space. Was this is a Ross?
Yep, yes it is. Yep. Hold on one second. Nope.
Ron Tyler.
I am completely wrong. I am completely wrong. I
was going to say this is JTC, right?
Yes, this is JTC. I apologize for that. That was me getting excited about Alex Ross.
Now the thing is, the Alex Ross Timeless variant for the villains for Venom, it's basically the same headshot, just zoomed in, very similar in the artwork that's captured, right?
Yeah.
Venom's face up close with the tongue dragging out, the same way that Christopher has that one, pardon me, done as well.
And you always got to have good tongue when it comes to Venom.
Yeah.
Got you. I apologize for that because I do have an Alex Ross Timeless variant of Venom, but I don't think I hold it for this stack. So my apologies. I'm going to go with the fact that I'm old and can't remember stuff. Okay. So
well, sometimes the fact of the matter is I wasn't 100% sure, only because it was the timeless covers that he did were in a very similar motif.
Yes.
But the negative space is generally more because the way that the white background blurred into the white on the costume made me think question it that perhaps it was JTC. But yeah. So here we go. I've been wrong before. We all have.
It happens.
Except
it
Chris.
happens.
He's perfect. But
yeah, that's true.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Let's move on and not digress into that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
We don't need to do that. Let's tell you what. Let's go back to 1964. How about 1964?
All right.
We got X-Men number 3.
Yeah.
Wow, Sal. I am impressed.
Did you know that I am only 15 issues short of completing my X-Men run? 15
Nice.
15.
I'm sure they're the pricey ones just because.
Yeah, of course they are.
Are you married? And if you are you happily married?
Yeah. I am. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I know that can be an expensive venture that you're going there, but yes.
Well, there's
how
the
awesome
thing
is
with budgeting.
4.0.
Yeah. Having Chris and I having both done expensive runs within the Spider-Man realm, we appreciate that X-Men is right up there with it.
Yes, very much so.
Does it look like Beast is giving the Blob a little foot tickle there? I mean, what's up with that?
What Hank wants to do, Hank is allowed.
Well, he knows that Blob is in one of the Tootsies thing. It's just here, hey, check out my OnlyFans. There you go.
This is the show for him. All right. Ooh. You know what? Let's jump to something different.
Nice. Good job, Warlord.
You want to do some IDW? Let's do some IDW.
Oh, why not? Some love to the indie.
We got Rocketeer.
There we go. Let's freaking go, baby.
Woo! 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 Woo!
Some Rocketeer action. Now you're talking about.
Wow.
Yes. So we did on my that Codex station. We did the Rocketeer as one of our comic characters of the week. One of these covers. This cover made that list. And one of the guys had. It was awesome. But yeah, that's a great cover with him, of course, saving the girl, zooming right there in front of the trolley. Rocketeer all around is a great story. It's a great read. You know,
it's great read. It's just a fun character. I mean, it's classic. It's a contemporary classic, right? Because the character himself is a contemporary character created in the modern age, but it takes place in a classic era. And who doesn't like a character who's just punching Nazis all the time?
Yeah, come on, that's great. So Doug Wheatley did this cover, just so we know. And,
nice,
yeah, good stuff. And of course, on the back, let's show you the back here. Because not all good comic books have a good back cover, because it's usually just an ad or something stupid like that. But that's awesome.
I like that book just because the Breaks Free #1. I have several of the blanks just because it's a great one for getting sketch covers on. Some of the Rocketeers, the trade dress gets a little invasive.
All right. Yep. You want someone say variant covers? Let's go with a variant cover. Let's go a little Venom 29.
Oh, yeah. The run where we have unfinished story elements from this run. Actually,
of course we do. Of course
we this was a huge selling run, of course. For Venom. That kind of, unfortunately, the ending kind of this. There was a lot of excitement and hype, and then the ending, the story just kind of fizzled at the end, and then led into a new volume that was like, what the hell is going on? But some great covers in here. And my biggest question still to this day is, if you go back and read this, they just kind of leave Scorpion behind.
The King of Black miniseries really splintered this series.
So this is the Tyler Kirkham cover.
Yeah. Awesome. I think there was about 6 different variants of this one, of just that artwork alone, because there's gray scales and blues and Venom virgins and trade dress and black and whites and
green. I have them. My buddies like to tease me about getting all the variant issues for Venom. Like they're not available because I bought them all. All type situation. All right, are we okay with a little side boob action? Are we okay with that?
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Dark X-Men #3.
It's art. You see, it's all covered. It's all good.
Yeah.
Is that foily?
It is foily.
God, love a good foil.
It's a nice cake.
I like a good foil.
Yes.
I'm a sucker for the gimmick books. I really am.
Yeah, I mean, this is just her regular costume, anyways. It's not like this is an extra provocative character. It's just that's how she's not bad. She's just drawn that way. Oh no, she is bad. Never mind.
Those DNA cover. I love his cover. His covers are always amazing. Right.
Oh, DVH wants to let us know. Just technically, so we're clear, it's under boob.
Yeah,
I think it's a little bit of both. I think there's a little bit of side. But it's all right. It's all good.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So let's go continue on the variant theme, shall we? Let's go with Amazing Spider-Man #14, an Ivan Tao variant.
I love this cover.
Yes.
And I like the I mean, from a character standpoint, she first of all, she doesn't really mesh with the Ben Reilly Chasm character. It's a weird pairing but most partners in crime together, they have some sort of complementary gimmick. But aside from that, her as a standalone character, perhaps one of the most interesting power sets and most that has come about in recent times. This concept of, I have a bag full of masks and I put on these masks, and when I put on the different masks, I get this different set of power set. I can change depending upon who I'm going against. It's a phenomenal concept, and I hope that they do a lot more with her too. It's a great idea.
That's a great cover. That's a great cover. All right, let's see. What do I want to show next? Not that one. Oh yeah, I like those two. But we're gonna go with this one. And where are we talking? What year are we talking here? 1986. Let's go a little X Factor #1.
Yes.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
Yeah, and what a great first arc, and then how it just didn't take the foot off the pedal. Walt Simonson at his finest outside of Thor, in my opinion. From here we got Apocalypse, then we got Archangel, and of course the Horsemen as well. What a great series X Factor was.
Right. It's a newsie. It's a newsie as well. I really like how they upped Iceman's powers during this arc, and they had the belt to contain him, help him control the power type of situation. So that was pretty cool. All right, let me show off.
It is true. It is one of those books that's the best.
Ooh, you know what? Now, before I get to the two I want to show off next, because they kind of go together, I got to show this one first, because this one's a little bit on the Wayback Machine. Let's go for 1967. All right. How about a little Aquaman 35?
Yeah, freeze frame. Yeah. Oh
yeah. We got the first appearance of Black Manta on this one. So
is this a Nick Cardy cover?
This is a Nick Cardy cover.
Very good.
You are correct, sir. Yep.
It was great. It's like, this is of course the first appearance, but Chris and I, second appearance is by far our favorite Aquaman cover, bar none. Black Manta second appearance. It's just,
if that's what he was like standing above the title. Yeah.
And the trade dress is like done into them. Yeah. Absolutely stellar. I had a copy in the giveaway box. Unfortunately, Papa won it on a different show when I was doing it, but Papa's not unfortunate for him because he's got it, but we didn't have to suffer through Chris's pain.
Yeah, you shouldn't be giving away
another variants, but matching variants. I'll have to say, not connecting covers, but matching. All right, 2019 Immortal Hulk number 18.
Oh, nice. I did like you know what? We had this cover a while back. We gave this one away. I love this cover. This is just a phenomenal Hulkbuster filling and a good use for a Virgin variant. We're really filling the entire cover with this. Just amazing. Yeah. That would be a great set of covers, actually. If you get a bunch of Iron Man blanks and just have different versions of Iron Man suits done.
Different marks. That's a
great
great idea.
Funny that you say that. How about Tony Stark, Iron Man number 6, excuse me.
Oh, there it is.
War Machine. Kind of
love it.
Another good one.
The artwork was done on these, I think, by the same person. Let's see. Joe Bennett. Well, actually, it doesn't tell me which one did the actual artwork. Nope, neither did John Ju Kim did the cover. Yep, same one for both. So let me get them both up there, right there on the screen.
Nice.
Yep, same artist. But I totally agree with you. Taking up the whole use of the cover, awesome stuff.
It's when a piece of art is done or they redo it correctly for a Virgin variant, it's great. What sucks is when they just remove the trade dress and they don't recrop the image or something, and all of a sudden it's like, great, now I got this dead space here where there's supposed to be something. What's the point of making a Virgin variant then?
True, very true, very true. All right, let's jump back to 1968 again. How about a little GL59?
Smoke if you got him.
The most controversial haircut in comics.
Yes. And since we have been in the movie, I figure I had to throw this into the stack to be shown.
What I love on this one is the surprising bit is, here we go, Guy Gardner's first appearance.
Yeah.
Right.
His second appearance isn't until we get Jon Stewart's first appearance.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
great.
An incredible amount of time.
Years?
An incredible amount of time.
1971.
1971. 68. So 5 years. I was really off on that.
Way too long for an important lantern, right? Let's be honest.
Yep.
Not rocking that $5 Pete Rose haircut, but yeah.
Well, that was the style back then. That was the 60s.
There was no style. No.
It was a style. Let's not say I wouldn't go as far as to say it was the style, but
it was a cereal bowl on your head.
Let's continue the theme. from 62 now, 1962. Let's go with a little GL12.
Oh, wow.
Not a key book, but you know what? That's pretty good for a 5.5 for a book that's way older
Good
than me.
looking book. Yeah. With the old, is this the old CGC or is this an old PGX?
No, this is PGX.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, baby.
It's always it's difficult to tell sometimes because the CGC label, original CGC label was like this, which is why
correct
they did the label like this, right?
Right. So Gil Kane did the art and cover for this. John Brome did the story. Right.
Nice.
All right.
So Gil Kane art coming through. Green Lantern goodness all day, says Cliff.
Every day. All right. Let's go ahead and jump down to a little bit more modern. Let's say 1990. And we're going to go with the classic gold cover of Spider-Man.
Something tells me I've seen this style of cover before. Rob, can you help me?
Yeah.
Well, obviously this is the one of those this is the original, but I mean actually technically this is the second print. This is this is the second printing here, so maybe it's the first homage. But it's not really an homage when it's a second printing. But this is of course one of two covers that Chris and I recognize as the most homaged covers in all of comics. The other, of course, being Spider-Man 300.
Yeah. All right.
In both cases, McFarlane himself didn't take very long before he homaged them. 300 he homaged in the following issue 301, and this one he homaged what in issue 7.
Yeah.
So it was only like 6 issues later before he said, let me just let me use this art again. I'll just tweak the color and presto. Guess I don't know my own strength.
Yeah. The due date came rather quickly that month from the editor, Rob. So,
partying went like, oh my God,
I know what I can do.
I got to do tomorrow.
The genius, the Todd McFarlane.
But hey, it's all right. Other people have learned how to do that too. I mean, I can think of J. Scott Campbell made saying.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and stick with the
it's issue 13. Issue 13. Okay, thank you.
Yep. Let's go ahead and stick with Amazing Spider-Man 1984.
Oh,
boom.
That's a great cover.
Yes.
Oh, and boom goes the dynamite.
Right. And not the first appearance of the black costume. Well, I'll say it this way. This was the first appearance of the black costume in Amazing Spider-Man, for sure. Mm-hmm. There's been a lot of controversy about what appeared, where the costume appeared first.
No, everybody recognizes this is it. The others were like a week later. So
true, but there was also
but you had distribution. You had you had distribution things. Actually, so nowadays they're saying that the Spectacular and the team up were tied for second, based on when they were supposed to be basically released. But you did have some regional distribution things that were different, hitting shelves or newsstands slightly different. But for the most part, it's 252's number one, and then the Marvel one that Chris is holding up along with Spectacular Spider-Man, those two are considered tied for second.
Correct. But there was also one before that. I think it was something else.
The Marvel Age.
Marvel Age that actually had the concept art. But
concept art. Yeah, there's when you start talking about concept art, we start talking about all kinds of other things. Yeah, it's all weird. But hey, Marvel Age. Yep, there you
go. It's all good. It's all good. All right, let's go ahead and jump back to 1970 then, with a little Where Monsters Dwell.
Nice. I love these monster books. The Marvel put out these essentially reprints of the original Avon stories and whatnot, monster books and such, and stuff from Tales of Suspense and the early part of the run. Great books. I think they're fun reads, some great cover art, and excellent value.
Yep. All right. How are we for time? Because I'm almost through my box, and I've got a whole other box.
No, we're right. We're 10 minutes from the end of the show. So if you're, we think we're right on time here.
Okay. Then we're good.
Okay, perfect. Well, there we go, guys. Sal, phenomenal books, sir. Thank you so much. Appreciate you, sir. You can save those others for another time. Appreciate you coming on. Of course, guys, running across the bottom, don't forget. Are you subscribed to the channel? If you're first time here, please hit that thumbs up button. Consider subscribing, become a channel member, all that other fun stuff. All right. Let's make sure we say thank you to all the henchmen, those channel members who are helping us out every week at the $2.99 level. Thank you guys so much. All right, it's time for a second giveaway. Hit that hashtag comics curing cancer. Toss that in the chat here. We'll do another set of giveaway pulls from the box. While you guys are entering that in the chat, let you know it's coming up for me on the channel. Of course, Thursdays, I'm still doing the Only My Slabs as we go 12 books at a time through my collection. Just dropped the episode from Thursday, doing well. Next week, we hit the first of the ASM boxes, where the entire box is early ASM stuff. So it's going to be an entire ASM show this coming Thursday. Monday, though, before that, we get to Monday. Comic mail call is actually going to be slightly tweaked a little bit. It is just my haul. It'll be a weekly haul show. This week will be the first half of the Heroes Con haul, all original art. I picked up a lot of original art sketch covers at Heroes Con. So this week will be the all art haul show. So check that out. It'll be dropping on Monday, available live now for channel members. And then of course we'll be back next week to do this show once again. Even though it's 4th of July weekend, Chris says, hey, it's Canada for me, baby. 4th of July means nothing other than it comes after the 3rd. So on the 5th of July, we'll be joined by Crimson Ghost Professor Dr. J. He has an incredible collection, as you can see from the thumbnail.
Oh, boy.
So buckle up, boys and girls. It's going to be a great ride. All right. So there we go. That's what's going on there for us. We've got 66 people drop their link there for Comics for Cancer. Remember, we do ship internationally. So you can feel free to get that in there. Excuse me. Let's see. Sal, if there's one book you can keep in Event of Fire, what would you take?
It's right here on top. It's my my dual signed book of Amazing Spider-Man.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Stanley and Romita Senior signed book. I absolutely can't fault you.
As much as that X-Men 133 book is important to me, you cannot really replace that.
No. Yeah. All right. Well, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Round and around her, where she goes and where she stops. Well, the internet knows. And our winner of this set of pools is Jamalo. Congratulations.
And you think?
All right, so let's see here. Let me remove that and make myself big.
Watch your back.
All right, Chris.
All right.
Let's you know what? I'm going to have you pull 3, and I'll have Sal pull 3. How's
all
that?
right.
Since we
Let's go. Let's go 3 from the front.
Okay.
And let's let it ride. Stop. In those 2 books.
All right. All right, Sal, 3 books from you.
All right, go 7 from the back. 7's my lucky number. And okay. All right. And let's go 8 from the front. All right. And now for shits and giggles, let's go with number 1. Book number 1.
From the front or the back?
From the front, sir.
Interesting.
Ooh. What we got?
All right. We got the Ultimates issue number 7.
Nice.
Gene, I hope that you like Adam Hughes, because you've got Adam Hughes, Catwoman issue number 72.
Hello, nurse.
That's a great cover.
It's a nice.
And then you've got Adam Hughes, Catwoman issue 73.
Very cool. That's a great cover too.
Some nice Adam Hughes there. Spider-Man Miles Morales, the 1 in 25 variant for issue 4.
That's awesome.
Variant.
Awesome.
Ratio variant. And this is one of those early appearances of well, whoever she's supposed to be. I can't remember. Raneem is the character name. I can't remember the villain's name.
I'm
blinking too. Oh, thank you. All right. Well, never mind.
Wonder Man.
Wonder Man. First solo Wonder Man. Marvel premiere, issue number 55.
He's such an underused, underrated character.
True. And now,
Rabble.
The banger of Rabble. Yes, thank you. The banger pull for you, sir. Holy. Black Lightning issue number 1. This is the first appearance of Black Lightning, first appearance of Tobias Whale, and first DC's ongoing African American superhero.
That's amazing. I love it.
Congratulations, sir.
Yeah.
Excellent pull.
Put it down.
Chris, you seem a little upset. What's wrong, buddy?
Oh, yeah.
Rob is a lunatic. Well, that's it, folks. That's going to do it for us on this episode of Only Slabs. Appreciate y'all coming out and hanging with us. Sal, thank you so much for coming on the show. Appreciate everyone who put up with us being gone for a week so we can indulge our Comic-Coning goodness. Believe it or not, we actually will be missing one episode this month as well as I do my annual barbecue, but don't worry, we're going to have some bangers for sure as we continue our march to issue 200 or episode. Yeah, all the same. Yeah. Again, thanks you guys for coming out. Tune in again next week. Same slab time, same slab channel. And until next time, make sure you collect what you want. Don't listen to any of us, especially me. I'm just a fat man with a fat stack of comics and a fat opinion. Thanks for watching.